Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer here. So as you can see, this is the final video after many months of building towards my British Peninsular Sharpe practice force. I'm having to stand a little bit further back from my table today because I've got so much stuff. I think this is, well, without a doubt, this is the most comprehensive force that I've built for Sharpe practice so far. It's literally got every single option, and I've been chipping away at it for probably over a year. So it's very nice to kind of sit back and see it all finished. So what I'll do is I'll delve into the individual units and take it from there. So yeah, I'll start from the back and work forward. So at the back we've got 3 groups of 8 British Line Centre Company. That's my last large unit that I finished. With them we've got a big man on the end, an officer, full kind of command group, so 2 colours, a drummer and a pioneer, and a sergeant on the end as well. I should probably say most of these figures are either Perry or Brigade Games, which I had shipped in from the US, who are figures I really like as well. So they're all Perry miniatures, stand fast. I think, well, the pioneer for sure, the drummer, and I think the sergeant are Brigade Games as well. They fit really nicely with the Perry miniatures. So alongside the centre company, we've got 2 units of 8 Grenadiers from the same regiment, again green facings. We have an officer on the end, and I'll bring him up, I'll show you some of these. Really like this figure, Perry plastic. This entire unit is Perry plastics actually, and we've got the sergeant, who's a Perry plastic with a pike, with a wonky plume, which I quite like. Painted these in the kind of more campaign style. So what does that mean? That means some of them have got sandy trousers, some have got brown trousers. I quite like the look of that. I went a different direction for the centre company, made them all white. I think it makes them pop, just looks better on the battlefield, even though some of them are sculpted to have more kind of aftermarket trousers. But yeah, I think that looks good. Back to that main regiment as well. So we've got 2 units of 6 troops from the light company. So these aren't light infantry, they're light company. You can tell that with the shoulder wings and the green plume. We've got an officer who I think is Brigade Games, but he may be Perry. The actual troops themselves are Perry Metals, and then we've got another sergeant as well with them. So he leads this group of 6, and then he leads that group of 6. Next we're going to move over to cannons. So this is Perry miniatures. On my bucket list of painting has always been a Royal Horse artillery piece. I think this is a £6, I'm not sure. I usually buy the bigger cannons for Sharpe practice. I think it just looks better on the table. 5 crew you need for this game, and also a big man. You don't get 5 crew with the Perry set, so what I have done is, that chap there shouting at the back is actually a dismounted light dragoon sergeant, but I think his uniform is very similar to the crewmen, which are the 4 on the left. So I think he looks neat as the 5th man. And the big man is a Perry command figure for light dragoons as well. Let me pick some of these out instead of just talking about. I thought he looked like he could just about pass for a Royal Horse artillery. They have a kind of a hussar type uniform. So I think they look quite well together. So fight your cannon, 5 guys, and a big man. And then of course I went mad on Riflemen. So these are Brigade Games. Obviously subjective, but I think Brigade Games do the best Riflemen out there. Most companies do Riflemen, but I really like these. Great sculpts by Paul Hicks, I believe. One of my favourite sculptors. Other reason I like these are he's got the characters from the TV series as well. So you've got Richard Sharpe, of course. So he leads one of the groups of 6. With his right-hand man, Sergeant Harper, with his volley gun. He leads a group of 6. And then this chap, who actually in the series is from the 60th Rifles, I believe, Sweet William. So again, it's just more interesting to me to have those. And also amongst his riflemen, you've got the Chosen Men. Not sure I can be 100% sure of all of them. I think this guy is Hagman, you know, the poacher guy, who's a really good shot. He's got the Chosen Man band. And there's loads of others as well. I think we've got Harris here, Cooper, and others whose names I can't remember. I think that's Perkins there, I recognise with the kind of the slouch hat. So yeah, that's really cool. I'm envisaging playing games of with lots of light infantry. So 3 groups of 6 95th gives me loads of options. Also, if you team them up with 2 groups of 6 from the light company, that also helps out as well. Next units, so final unit is my light dragoons. So they've painted these with the early Tarleton helmets, which they had at kind of in the early part of the campaign. Obviously, they moved to shakos as the campaign progressed, but I think these just look better, which is why I've done that. And also, it gives me the option to have some dismounted light dragoons. So these are all Peri, so Peri plastic mounted and Peri metal dismounted. This officer figure is amazing with his pistol. Yeah, he leads 1 group of 6, and then we have a sergeant, or more accurately a corporal, running the other group of 6. So they're in their Egypt range, so they're slightly earlier than the Peninsular. I think they go really well. I don't have 2 units of mounted. I don't think I'd ever use them in the game, but I do kind of envisage having games where there's a desperate defence of an outpost. So I think having 2 units of dismounted light dragoons would kind of fit that narrative as well. It gives me that option. And the final thing, which I've literally just finished varnishing and brought back in from the garage, are some deployment points. So this is again from the TV series. This is Major Hogan, who I think is an engineer, but I guess because he's mounted, you could say he's like an explorer officer or something. So yeah, there's one deployment point. The other one, it's the same chap but dismounted. And I used a figure I had left over from my dismounted light dragoon command. So that guy is actually a bugler, hence the kind of the flashes on his arms, and he's got a bugle on his back as well, which helps identify him. Yeah, just a nice, characterful little piece there with 2 figures on it. Last but by no means least is the final character from the series, which is Teresa, the Spanish partisan leader. Basically, when I put in the order at Brigade Games, I just picked up some extra bits and bobs that I was interested in painting. So there she is. Not sure where I'd use her in this force, maybe let her take charge of some riflemen. I also do have some Spanish guerrillas I bought from Brigade Games, but I don't intend to paint them right now. But that's it. It's been a long time coming. It's been interesting to kind of chip away at this force over some time. Really looking forward to getting them on the tabletop. Yeah, so really proud of that. It's great to see them all together. Not sure how many figures that is. I won't attempt to count that right now. But it gives me pretty much every option I would ever conceivably need in the game. So yeah, there we go. Cool. So if you like this type of content, please do like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.